What's up, guys? It's me, Espana here today. Today we're gonna be playing some Bed Wars, and this is usually live commentary is better. This is my first commentary ever, so don't. So it's probably bad, and also my mic's bad still. But I'm probably gonna be, or I am not probably. I'm gonna be explaining why I've been gone for so long and why I haven't been recording or doing anything like that. The reason why on all of those things is because I am because I am small brain and screwed up a PC. So let me just give you a background. I um, uh, until recently, my recent video, which was the Wool Wars, the new Hypixel minigame, um, I was playing on a office computer that I gave to my brother because he needs it more. He doesn't even have a computer, so yeah. But yeah, I was using a office computer and like 74 hertz monitor. It was not good. I had 4 gigabytes of RAM and a GT 710 graphics card and a super bad GPU. I don't even or a super bad CPU. It was really bad. Motherboard was like 10 years old, and everything was bad. Everything would always heat up. My frames would always be like 30. I couldn't get over 30. It was horrible. And then yeah, okay. So then I decided, well, I've been working for a while, like because I have a job. I'm not dumb. Yeah, I work, and I've been making money, and some of the money that I've been making, I decided, well, might as well. I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna put that money into a new PC because I have everything, and then I, I buy a monitor. It was a Asus B450 Pro Wi-Fi thing from Amazon, and I would buy it, and I bought it, and also it was a CPU that had, it was a three, it was a AMD Ryzen 3, no integrated graphics or anything, and I put everything inside of my PC. I had like this AMD cooler. Everything was bad, or it wasn't really bad. It was actually pretty good. And then I also bought. I was dumb, and I bought. So you know how whenever you buy RAM, you buy it in packs of 2. I thought you bought it in packs of 1, and so I bought 2 packs of 16 gigs, which was 8 gigs, and I only had 2 memory slots on that motherboard, so I was just left over with 2 um, crucial ballistics 8 gigs things because it literally would not fit. So yeah, I was sitting there with that, and then I was like, okay, well I guess I can return it or something. Or no, actually it wasn't even an AMD cooler. It was actually a really cool heat sink but the heat sink didn't fit in my case. It was too fat. So and it like didn't even cool it. It was a bad heat sink. And then I had to return that and buy a new cooler, which is the one, which was an AMD one. And then it would not turn on. It wouldn't even spin to life. I clicked the power button, everything was connected perfect, all of that. It wouldn't turn on for the life of it. Like, it wouldn't spin to life, it wouldn't do anything. I was sitting there, it's like, bro, why? Why? Please. All I want to do is install the software for Windows 10. So, yeah, I was sitting there, and I was just wondering why this isn't working. So, after that, there's an important detail that I told you a little bit ago. You'll hear it later. Um, yeah, and I put everything in, and it would not spin to life. And I kept on going to school every day, just basically crying myself to sleep over this $1,000 PC or more like $600 PC that I completely bought by myself. It was gonna be so cool. I'd be flexing on the homies with 600 FPS, and because I also I'll be flexing on the homies with 600 FPS because I have an RTX build, RTX graphics card too, and it would not turn on. So I like cry myself to sleep every night, basically. I didn't actually cry myself to sleep. Don't worry about me. So yeah, I would like basically be crying myself to sleep, and then I finally realized, or no, my dad actually realized this. My dad was trying to help me too, and my dad was while I was at school, he texted me on my phone, like in the middle of math class, and I actually got in trouble for this. He texted me like in the middle of math class, and that I got to work in B words. I'm not gonna say the actual word because I want to stay monetized on this channel. But yeah, I gotta work in B words, and then he showed a video of it spinning to life, and he said that it was a bent pin in the CPU, and turns out, yeah, it was a bent pin in the CPU. So he didn't even hook it up to a monitor or anything. We just tested if it would turn on, and yeah, or the CPU was integrated graphics, but apparently that CPU, the little tiny pin, the only pin on the whole CPU that was broken was the pin that had integrated graphics. So yeah, I'm just sitting there just like, bruh. Because the monitor still isn't turned on. I didn't even know anything about this yet. I had to do so much research, which actually really helped me. It basically paid an extra $600. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. I paid an extra $600 just so I can learn about more PCs and all that. So yeah, that was a big waste of money. Because I bought like it was whenever CPUs were really, really expensive, like a Ryzen 3 was worth $300. So I bought a 300 CPU that was broken when it came in, and we've already taken all the it was used, by the way. That was my first mistake, and it was broken, and I could not return it because I've already ruined the packaging. So I just have this extra CPU that I still have, just laying around, and I'm like, bro. So yeah, and turns out kids, don't build your PC, don't build your motherboard on carpet or a bed, because it will short out the motherboard, making it where nothing will work. So I had to completely rebuild or rebuy everything. Everything I had to rebuy. And I didn't even have a graphics card yet. Like, I was just gonna use integrated graphics. So yeah, and then I bought a Ryzen 7, which would be super much better. And I didn't even know what integrated graphics was at this point. And I just kept the RAM because my RAM sticks still work, the 16 gigs that I already have in here. And yeah, and and also I bought a super good water cooler and all that. And yeah, I bought all that, and a lot of and a really good Wi-Fi, since the motherboard that I'm coming with doesn't even come with Wi-Fi. So I had all of that. It was amazing stuff, and then it spun to life. It was beautiful. Everything sounded beautiful. This PC was beautiful. So yeah, it was beautiful. I'm definitely not recording this at 3 a.m. or more like 4 a.m. now. I'm not tired at all. And everything, and then I plugged it into the monitor, and it would not turn on. Or the monitor would not turn on. I was sitting there just like, bro, why? It's like, bro, please just work. Oh, just to let you know, in the old office computer that I used to have, that I've made all my previous 6 videos on, that one, it actually had a GT 710 graphics card in it, and that was how I used it on that other one. So I'm sitting there just like, bro, why won't it turn on? And then I look at all my packaging and all that, and I still don't get it, and I'm back to crying myself to sleep every night. And then I look at everything, I completely disassemble it, rebuild it, everything from scratch. And then I try on it all of my hard drives on the office computer. I try the CPU, the RAM, and all that on the office computer. And it worked on that. So I'm sitting there, it's like, bro, please just work. Come on. Please. I probably just did a bad play in bedwars, not even knowing. I could have just broke a bed. I don't know. And yeah. I'm sitting here. And then I realized I watched YouTube a bunch, and turns out there's something called, I did not know anything about this. There's something called integrated graphics that come with your CPU if you want them to. And I did not know that. So I had no graphics card. So I'm sitting here and I just think, I have an idea. I'm gonna go just in the middle of the night, maybe 3 a.m. or something, my sleep's garbage. In the middle of the night, go up to my brother's computer that was mine, but he bought it off me. And I go up to, in the middle of the night, I just start quietly just dissecting this PC. I do a recon mission on that GT 710 10-year-old graphics card. And I grab it, and then I smash it into the thing. But here's the funny thing. The old office computer I was using, it was a compact. That means it was like thin. That means I had to switch the you know, whenever you put in a graphic card, the thing that you like have to take, the little bar that you have to take off, that was too small. So I'm still running on that, and it's too small. And every once in a while, it just falls out. And so I had to use a zip tie to hold it on, so that it doesn't fall off every day. And yeah, and then I turn it on, and it works. And then I go to sleep happy. I wake up in the morning, maybe 6 for school, because it's a school night. I only get like 3 hours of sleep, but I try to hop on GTA or Minecraft or Lunar Client or something, and it doesn't turn on. I restarted a bunch, and then it says, and oh, by the way, the new motherboard that I got, it has 4 slots for RAM, and I had all 4 slots for 32 gigs, and I put it in, would not work. So I'm like, bruh, why? So, and then turns out one of the RAM sticks wouldn't work. It was broken, so it just took 2 of them out, so it's even. And then boom, bada bang, easy collapse. So yeah, and then it finally works. I install Windows on the beautiful PC, and perfect. I have 2 terabytes of space and all that. But yeah, I would like you to thanks for watching the video if you've made it this